you do it right. One of the things that I want to make sure you guys understand is a little bit about what Learning from Leaders is really all about. Learning from Leaders is a show about bringing leaders from around the country that have great ideas, great tools, great techniques of helping you grow your business right now. One of the things that I'll always promise you I'll bring you are people that are leaders in their industry that have not just theory, they have factual evidence and proof that what they've done works because they're living it. Every day, they're living it. My guest today, I've been friends with for a number of years. We've shared a masterminds together, which is a group of guys working together to build a business. But we've been together as friends for a while in business, and I've watched Jonathan grow a business from literally when he was in high school, he started in this stuff, and then today he's doing so much more. But it's an industry that I think a lot of you will be real surprised at. My guest today is Jonathan Potoshnik. His company, CitiTurf. CitiTurf is a lawn care company up in the Collin County area. Now, he's not just any lawn care company. I tried to describe this earlier to someone, and I said, you know, here's the thing. He's developed a company that has over 1,000 clients just in the Collin County area, and it's so successful that people are paying him every single month in a way that is systematized, automatic, continuity-based. That's unique for that industry, and so I wanted to make sure that I brought Jonathan Potoshnik on the air. Jonathan, thank you for joining me.
Good to see you, Pat.
Well, one of the things I want to get into right away is your story. I know that you started out pretty young in this.
Right.
So tell me how you got into lawn care.
I didn't want to make $3 an hour working at Dairy Queen or Brookshire's in the town we grew up in, which was Wiley, and I wanted to make more money. So I talked my parents into, when I was about 14, driving me around and dropping me off at people's homes to mow their yards. So I started mowing yards in high school, actually just before high school in the 8th grade. So that's really what got me into it, and that's what got me the flavor for being an entrepreneur and the desire to go out and build something.
Well, I know that you were a little bit unique because you didn't stop at just 1 or 2 yards.
No.
I mean, as I understand it, you were like outpacing your superintendent for income or something when you graduated high school?
Yeah, in high school I had quite a few yards, and I had a couple employees, my brother being one of them. He was helping me out. So by the time I was a senior, I was making more money than my teachers were making, and finding it a little challenging to make it to all my classes because I had so much work. And so my senior year of high school, I had a little bit of a reputation for missing work or missing school. So if I wasn't at school, they knew I was out mowing yards.
Oh, that's cute. But now you went on to college and you stepped. What was your story? You stepped out of that industry?
Yeah, I got burned out. So I started it out, and it was a business, but not necessarily a real business in that I had a couple guys, but I'm still the guy out there doing all the work. I'm mowing the yards. I'm the one that stays 30 minutes and talks to the client after we mow their yard. So I really got burned out, and I was getting a degree in computer information systems. I was going to college, and so I was just worn out, and I had ambitions to start yet another business. And you know, all through high school, I was dabbling in all kinds of different things. So I was very much entrepreneurial, and I just really got to the point I was burned out, and I got out of the lawn care business completely, and I got my degree, and all through college, I was building and selling software for a company I was working for, and so I really got the taste for the computer business. And so I was in that market for a while, completely out of the lawn care business.
So how did you get into lawn care? How did you get back into it?
Well, to skip a big part of the story, I ended up working with this fella that was one of my best friends in the 8th grade, and he was building a janitorial company, and I started working with him on his company while I was doing computer consulting. And really, one day he came in, I think, into my office and said, "Hey, I just saw this advertisement in the newspaper. We can buy this little business in the lawn care industry. Let's go look at it. It's in Dallas." I'm like, okay, let's do it. So we went and looked at it. Needless to say, by the time the day was over, we'd spent $7,000 and bought a business that had $50,000 in accounts. Just a little bitty business, but now we're in the lawn care business. All the while I'm building computer systems, and I'm working with him on this janitorial company. And that got me back in it. Really just thought we'd build a nice little stream of income that would produce a few $100,000 a year, just be this nice little business. And then I got the itch again. I realized, hey, I really like this industry. I really like this business. And I'm not really part of that business any longer, and it developed into what is now CitiTurf, and we have CitiTurf now, and just found I love this industry. I love this business, and I love the clients we deal with in this business. And so that's really how I got back into it.
Well, I know that as a computer geek-ishness, you're as a programmer, you're programmed yourself to solve problems.
Right.
And I understand that initially, the part of the success was your tenacity to chase down a problem. Right. And then fix it every single day. Tell me about that.
Well, it goes back to the computer business. So what I found I loved in the computer business was I loved to go into a company and identify a problem that they had. So what was the roadblock? What issue were they having? And then figure out how can we apply a technical solution to this? How can we build a technology that will solve this problem? And so it really got me into that mindset of systems thinking. How can we fix problems? And through that, I think that's what's led to my love for marketing and my love for building systems in CitiTurf. So when we started CitiTurf, we'd look out in the marketplace and say, well, what are our competitors doing? What's going on in the marketplace? How can we be different? How can we improve? We're this little bitty guy competing against multi-million dollar companies. How can we get out there and get people to trust us? And so we did a lot of things different than everyone else. But doing something different isn't enough. If you say, I'm going to go do X, well, how are you going to repeat X tomorrow? And when you hire employees, how are you going to get them to do whatever that is? How are you going to have great customer service? So it leads to systems. It leads to technology. And that's what I loved, and that's what we've applied to CitiTurf. So we've built this business that's very unique in the industry, and then we've applied these systems, the system thinking, and we've applied technology to making sure that we deliver a consistent client experience. When our clients hire us and we make all these promises in our marketing, we can actually deliver them. And it goes back to my background in technology and learning how to do that. And we've built CitiTurf's foundation using that same mindset.
That's excellent. Because one of the things that I know that I hear from people in the Collin County area is that it's a really unique experience to become one of your clients. So tell us about that. I mean, where does that experience start? Well,
it starts the very first time they hear about us, really. So we have an entire system, of course, technology behind the scenes, but we really tried to sit down and think about, if I were buying lawn care services, if I were the consumer, what would I want? Rather than the viewpoint of, hey, I want you to come do business with me and give me a bunch of money. It's really a different mindset. It's me trying to look at it from your perspective. What do you want as an experience as our client? What do you hate about doing business with other lawn care companies? So we really tried to look at it from that perspective, and I think that's what's helped us create this experience. So if you're a prospect, if you're a client that's essentially interviewing us, thinking about it, trying to decide if you want to work with CitiTurf, we have a whole level of information that we deliver to you immediately to help you make that decision. And one thing that we have to overcome is you don't necessarily know who we are. Right. Everyone's running around making all these promises. So one of the very first things we did that's very unique in the industry is we came up with a guarantee. Mm-hmm. And everybody says, oh, satisfaction guarantee, but that's not really a guarantee because everybody can say it. So we wanted to make something really bold. So many years ago, we came up with the guarantee, and I'm paraphrasing, but essentially it's this. If you use our service and for any reason you're dissatisfied with anything we do for you, we will fix it immediately to your complete satisfaction. What that means is we're going to come see you, we're going to get on the phone with you, and we're going to ask you what the issue is, and we're going to fix it. And after working with you, if you're still completely dissatisfied, if we haven't fixed it, and it's as simple as you say, hey, I'm still not happy with this, I don't want you to try fixing it any longer, I want somebody else to do it, we'll pay a competitor of your choice to fix it. So you find somebody you want to fix it, we'll pay them to fix it. Nobody makes such a guarantee.
Right.
And we do that because we want to earn trust. We want to prove we're different. And we publish this on our website. We publish it in all our print material. It's out there for the public to see. We have to honor it. So that was one of the original, it's one of many things we do differently. I mean, if you become our client, you get a welcome package from us immediately, introducing us, reminding you what you signed up for, just laying out all kinds of information. We tell you if it rains, we're going to tell you we're not going to be there today, we're going to be there tomorrow, don't forget to unlock your gates. We remind you every month how to set your sprinklers. We remind you of all the services you might want to do around your property. Even not that you have to use us to do them, but it's not just, hey, you might need to trim your bushes this